Hello and welcome. One of the big economic impacts of the coronavirus will be migration, both internal and external or cross-border. One area specifically within that many are watching closely is the fate of migrants or immigrants who are in the Middle East and are likely to come back to India. There is one study and projection which says that almost 3 lakh Malayalis from the state of Kerala are likely to come back. So what's going to happen and what is the impact of this going to be both on the local economy as well as on remittances? To discuss that, I'm joined by Professor S Irudaya Rajan at the Center for Development Studies in Kerala. He's also on the Government Expert Committee on COVID-19. Professor Rajan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. So let's start off. You've looked at this phenomenon quite closely. So let me pose the 2 or 3 issues that I think are at play here. So one, of course, is that you have a large number of Malayalis living in the Middle East. So the figure, as I understand it, is now about 2 million, roughly around 2 million. The second part is that Kerala itself is a remittance economy, and more than 36% of state GDP is actually funded by remittances from Keralites who live outside. The third is that as the broader economy and oil, which obviously is going to have an impact on both remittances as well as on jobs of people who are there. So this somehow is almost building up to be a perfect storm. And I think you have predicted that almost 3 lakh people or 300,000 people could come back by September. So take us through what this means and how is it likely to play out?
No, I think as of today, when we talk about this COVID-19, India has close to what we call them 100 lakh migrants in the Gulf alone. Mm-hmm. And if you take it globally we are talking about 200 lakhs Indians anywhere in the world in 210 countries. So we are talking about something like 200 lakhs or 20 million. And out of that, half of them are in the Gulf in 6 countries: Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, and Kuwait. These are the 6 countries. 50% of them are in these countries. Now the problem is we have no database. We are only talking with whatever available data. Of course, you rightly said Kerala Migration Survey has given some database. You don't have something like India Migration Survey to give you the trends in India. But if you look at that Kerala Migration Survey and the Indian data, out of 10 million in the Gulf, close to 2 to 2.5 million are Keralites. 1 out of 4 in any countries in the Gulf are Malayalis. That is why the Kerala government is pressurizing even the Prime Minister to have a chartered flight. I don't think any other state chief minister is talking too much about diasporas. I have seen it with the CMs, other CMs talk. But here, because I am there in the committee because I am not belong to any political party. I belong to a migration party. It's a migration is itself a big crisis now. So the point is very clear is that Kerala is very important because 1/4 of the Indian migrants from Kerala. But unfortunately, Kerala government can push so much to bring the Kerala migrant, but they cannot bring unless the Indian government take a decision. Basically, this is a crisis for India, but it will affect more Kerala. I think we should look at that way. That's why I'm telling there is no Kerala passport. You have only Indian passport. So Kerala cannot take a flight and bring Keralites.
Yeah,
it's very unfortunate, but that's a fact of the life. So the Ministry of External Affairs if the PM decides to bring all Indians like they did evacuated in the Kuwait crisis war, they can do that. They can send all the flights, what is called in India to pick them up. But it has to come from the central system. But the Kerala only can tell them if they come to Kerala, we can look after them at the time of COVID. If the 2 lakhs are coming, we need place to allow them to quarantine.
Right. So the first question is really, are you expecting 300,000 people to come by September, assuming the flights open up and people can come? Do you feel that they will?
No, but our estimate is we are talking about something like 25 lakhs. Now the problem is even at the time of global crisis, only 50,000 came. That was our prediction, and it is we know that now we were correct. But now we are talking about at least 10% will come from the Gulf. So we are talking between 2 to 3 lakhs. Partly because Kuwait has opened up amnesty. Because in our mind, we never talk about undocumented migrants in Gulf. We are always talking about migrants mean in our mind, all have proper documents. Even high-skilled migrants in the Gulf, some of them are overstaying. So these people now, because of the COVID fear, this amnesty has already opened up in Kuwait, and I am hoping within next 3 to 6 months, all the Gulf countries probably will follow suit. Anything happens in the Gulf in one country, every country will follow. And we know that undocumented migrants are required for the parallel labor market. They are like a shadow labor. If you walk in the 3 o'clock sunlight, you walk, there will be somebody walking behind you. It is not you, it is a shadow. That shadow market will be very dull because there is no market for even the actual migrants. So those people is likely to come back. That's why we are putting between 2 to 3 lakhs. That's why maximum of 3 lakhs are likely to come, but some of them will be dependents.
Right. So what is the impact going to be? I mean, as these people come back to Kerala, I mean, what is the past? If you were referring to the 2008 financial crisis and the reverse flow that we saw, what happened in the domestic economy?
Now, you know what? We have to look at it in a very specific way. When we talk about 3 lakhs people, we are basically talking about 3 lakh families. No longer migrants are individual. That's why we are talking about even internal migrants. People are stranded in Kerala. They want to send money back home to Orissa or Rajasthan or Northeast. So the money coming in, that means one Malayali sitting in the Gulf supporting 4 people in Kerala. So we are talking about close to 15 lakhs people or 1.5 million people will be directly affected by the 3 lakhs we are talking about. So we are talking about that one. But at the same time, these 3 lakhs people who are coming, I'm not sure all of them will stay here for quite a long time. Because the problem is that in Kerala's society or the Kerala is somehow addicted to migration. They are addicted. Like some people, I can't do anything without having a drink. I cannot do anything without having a smoke. Now, Kerala's inbuilt DNA, you know, like they don't want to be in Kerala. Though they call Kerala is God's own country, either they want to leave to Mumbai, Delhi, but they will leave. Now, the problem is the Gulf may be closing down for some people, not everybody, because Kerala's migration history in the Gulf is now 50-year-old, not one day old, it is 50-year-old. They have been integrated into the Gulf society. Even 3 lakhs people coming, you have 70 lakhs people left there. So it will take some time for them to wind up, but they may look for new opportunities, new destinations. Right now, 90% of the Malayalis are in the Gulf. Maybe they'll move to some other countries. There may be demand.
So you're saying in some ways that the Malayalis are enterprising enough to take care of themselves, even if the government, whether it's the state government or the central government, is not able to do much for them. Yeah, I mean, if I've understood you right.
That's right. Even people are telling, you arrange the flight, we will pay and come. They are not even looking for your free flights. If you have in other states, they will say, you please take us free. Because some people say, even we can quarantine on our own money. Please take us back. So that is the reality.
Right. So this is one part. The other part is that, incomes will drop and will come down even in the Gulf and even in Kerala or like in the rest of the world and in India. So do you, what impact are you envisaging of that, and how is it likely to affect lifestyles and lives of people?
I think this 40 days lockdown is helping the people how not to spend money. But we are not spending any money now. In fact, if you look at it today, everybody is sitting at home, watching the TV, cooking food. So I think all people's actual expenditure has come down. Of course, the income also might have come down. There are many people who have no income at all anyway, not people like you and me, but there are many people who are affected by the lockdown. But then we are downsized our expenditure, okay? Now what is going to happen? Even the World Bank predicted there will be 20% decline in remittances globally. But what we predict for Kerala, at least you will expect 15% decline of remittances from what we are expecting in 2020. Put you in a perspective. In 2018, we have estimated 85,000 crores came to Kerala annually, 85,000 crores. This was the amount which was equivalent to 25% of the Kerala state income. Because the income is changed, because the government has changed the per capita income formula. You know that the Indian government. Yeah. So, but what we predicted, because Kerala had a floods, which no other state had, we had a very big floods in 2018 and 18 and 19 also. When the flood came in, many of the migrants who decided not to go, they were decided to be in Kerala, returned migrants. Because of the flood, they lost their own all life savings, the housing. So some of them moved back to Gulf. It's like what is called the remigrating. In other words, some type of a forced migration. But then we expected that 85,000 crores will increase to 100,000 crores by 2020. because there will be an increase of 15%. Now, because of the COVID-19, I'm sure that many people are not getting full salary. Many people are not even getting not salary at all, which is going to, we have to wait and see. So we are expecting the remittances in 2020 in Kerala will be equivalent to 2018. We are coming back to square one.
That means right. Yeah. And the World Bank figure which you referred to, I think, was it was $83 billion last year, $83 billion, and the prediction is that it will come down to $64 billion for India as a whole. And a substantial part of that obviously goes to states like Kerala and the South. So tell us, the other thing is, let me put the internal migration question as well. Kerala also has a lot of internal migrants, as in people coming from other parts of the country and working in Kerala. So how do you see that changing? I mean, are they going back to their own states? Will the job market change, or are you seeing any early trends there, or what are you predicting or expecting?
See, in Kerala context, this internal and international migration are basically like a two-way traffic. I don't think we can talk in Kerala international migration without talking on internal migration. That is why we are very much keen on we call them guest workers. We never call them onion. Onion means it's like onion is not a very derogatory word. That's why we are calling them guest worker. Because it is not the migrants needs Kerala. Kerala needs internal migrants. We have come to that stage now in Kerala. So what is happening? We have, if you put the number for you, we have 20 lakhs Malayalis are outside the country, 10 lakhs Malayalis are inside the country. Outside Kerala, within India, Bombay, Delhi, you go any place, they will be there, including Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar Islands. So you have 30 lakhs Malayalis supposed to be part of the Kerala's labor force. They are outside. So we are getting almost 30 lakhs Malayali, other state people coming into Kerala. We call them, so I call them replacement migration, because Kerala plumber is in Dubai. We are getting plumber from Orissa. Kerala electricians in Qatar, we are getting electricians from Northeast. So it's like almost like a equal jobs, because the Kerala fellow might be getting little extra money in Dubai. Yeah. Same job, but he don't do in Kerala anyway. That's a problem with the migration itself. So what is happening? Because of that, internal migration is very heavy in Kerala. Now, before the lockdown, like what happened? We have three types of internal migrants in Kerala. Some of them who left before the lockdown. Some of them have left because after the curfew, Janata curfew announced on Sunday, there were 2 days. So people could move. Some people could move. They were predicting, because the migrants are very intelligent people. So they predicted there will be a lockout. So let us take the train. Some people moved through day and night. So there are I would put 5 lakhs probably might have left Kerala. But there are people stranded on the way. I talked to Tamil Nadu government. They said in Chennai railway station, there were many trains came from Kerala, were parked there because they could not go beyond that because the lockdown came. Lockdown is like a 3 hours time. Prime Minister announced 9 o'clock, lockdown. So they were all helped by the Tamil Nadu government. They put in the schools and other things, but they never belonged to them. Neither they belonged to Kerala, they were working, or they belong to, so there are stranded migrants. They are everywhere there. That's why we are talking about Maharashtra talking to send them back. Everybody talking about that. We have seen that. The third group of people who could not go, who were stuck here. And the Kerala government was feeding them. Kerala CM told us at least they were feeding them 5 lakh people are given what is called the common kitchen. They are given them food. At least 5 lakhs people. So now what is going to happen? I think when the train started coming in, like the Malayali want to come back, these people will go. It's like some type of outflow, inflow. But then what is going to happen? There will be a scarcity of labor in Kerala to take the economy forward, because Kerala economy is integrated with the internal migrants, because the Malayalis may be doing the same thing in Dubai, but they may not do. They may not make chapati here. They make chapati in Saudi Arabia. So automatically, if the coming back 3 lakh Malayalis can take that job, which is going to be available in Kerala, then we are solving half of the problem. If Malayalis are ready to take the same job, what they are doing there, problem is that job they don't do. We call them 3D jobs, dirty, dangerous, and demeaning. Are they ready to do in their own state? If they are going to do that, Kerala economy will improve. Otherwise, we are going to have any tough problem of scarcity of labor to run the economy even after opening up. Because you cannot open the hotel because nobody is there. The workers are already want to leave the place. So we are going to have a tough time in the tourism industry, construction industry, hotel industry. All will have problem because these migrants will leave. If the Kerala migrants who are coming back, they can take the job. Immediately, probably Kerala economy will do. So we need counseling the migrants, not just health counseling, counseling about meaning of work. Meaning of work. Work is what you do there. Maybe salary will be a little less. But I think if we can do that, probably Kerala can match, and it can be a new model for other states.
Right. Professor Rajan, we've run out of time. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.